Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. The sky is not the limit. Your mind is. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. We are all of us stars, and we deserve to twinkle. I'm selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes, I am out of control and at times hard to handle, but if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. You never know what life is like until you have lived it. We should all start to live before we get too old. Fear is stupid, so are regrets. I believe that everything happens for a reason. People change so that you can learn to let go. Things go wrong so that you appreciate them when they're right. You believe lies so you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself, and sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. I am good, but not an angel. I do sin, but I am not the devil. I am just a small girl in a big world, trying to find someone to love. If you're gonna be two-faced, at least make one of them pretty. All a girl really wants is for one guy to prove to her that they are not all the same. A wise girl kisses, but doesn't love, listens but doesn't believe, and leaves before she is left. Never regret anything, because at one time, it was exactly what you wanted. Always, 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 believe in yourself, because if you don't, then who will, sweetie? So keep your head high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling, because life's a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about. A wise girl knows her limits. A smart girl knows that she has none. Within crisis are the seeds of opportunity. I believe this. You just do it. You force yourself to get up. You force yourself to put one foot before the other, and God damn it, you refuse to let it get to you. You fight, you cry, you curse. Then you go about your business of living. That's how I've done it. There's no other way. Beauty only gets attention, but personality captures the heart. I don't forgive people because I'm weak. I forgive them because I am strong enough to know people make mistakes. Always remember to smile and look up at what you got in life. I live to succeed, not to please you or anyone else. Just because you fail once doesn't mean you're gonna fail at everything. I've never fooled anyone. I've let people fool themselves. They didn't bother to find out who and what I was. Instead, they would invent a character for me. I wouldn't argue with them. They were obviously loving somebody I wasn't. Cutting negative people from my life does not mean I hate them. It simply means I respect me. This life is what you make it. Not matter what, you're going to mess up sometimes. It's a universal truth. To all the girls that think you're fat because you're not a size 0, you're the beautiful one. It's society who's ugly. Success makes so many people hate you. I wish it wasn't that way. It would be wonderful to enjoy success without seeing envy in the eyes of those around you. It's often just enough to be with someone. I don't need to touch them, not even talk. A feeling passes between you both. You're not alone. Don't let your fear of failing triumph over the joy of participating. A strong man doesn't have to be dominant toward a woman. He doesn't match his strength against a woman weak with love for him. He matches it against the world. Promises are worse than lies. You don't just make them believe, you also make them hope. Before marriage, a girl has to make love to a man to hold him. After marriage, she has to hold him to make love to him. When you don't have any money, the problem is food. When you have money, it's sex. When you have both, it's health. It's a terrible thing to be lonesome, especially in the middle of a crowd. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Respect is one of life's greatest treasures. I mean, what does it all add up to, if you don't have that? In life, we weep at the thought of death. In death, perhaps we weep at the thought of life. There are always two sides to every story. I could have loved you once and said it, but then you went away, and when you came back, love was a forgotten word, remember? Fame doesn't fulfill you, it warms you a bit, but that warmth is temporary. Happiness is the most important thing in the world. Without it, you live a life of depression. Just remember, some come, some go. The ones that stay with you through everything, they're your true best friends. Don't let go of them. The more I think of it, the more I realize there are no answers. Life is to be lived. Remember now, cheers, no tears. Love and work are the only two real things in our lives. They belong together, otherwise it is off. Work is in itself a form of love. The true things rarely get into circulation, it's usually the false things. Sometimes, you just have to throw on a crown and remind them who they're dealing with.